It's
One,
the
a positive and a negative charge
negative charge.
separated by a small distance 2a.
Yeah, both have equal and opposite charges here.
Okay. So okay. So the dipole was something like this.
I can't see anything on the screen.
One second. Now you can. Okay. Yeah, is it visible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. A dipole was something like this, that there was a positive charge and there was a negative charge, and they were lying at a fixed distance. And then we did some derivations, right? That what is the strength of electric field at a point, right? We have done this in first chapter. So similarly, in this chapter, we'll study what is a magnetic dipole. So this was an electrical dipole, right? Electrical dipole. This was an electrical dipole. Electrical dipole. Now we'll study what is a magnetic dipole. Okay, magnetic dipole. See, what is a magnetic dipole? The meaning is, okay. Tell me what was the need to study an electrical dipole? What was the need to study an electrical dipole? Yeah, Among.
I just joined.
Yeah, you tell me what was the need for studying electrical dipole?
It was new. It was okay. Fine. All right.
Yeah, Mohan, you also can answer.
I mean, we mainly studied the application in terms of an uniform electric field in case of torque.
Yeah, and basically, what is the nature of the electric field around this system of two charges? So we were finding first electric field, right, due to the system of two charges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you should be now getting what is the point of studying a magnetic dipole, because when you have a magnet like this, and there are north and south. So can you say that these are like positive and negative charge? They're two opposite charges, so two opposite poles separated by a fixed distance, right? So then this is like we'll run parallel to the electrical dipole. The magnetic dipole runs parallel to it. Okay, the logic, the argument, everything runs parallel to it. Okay, and this as an electric dipole, you see that the electric field is like this, no? Yeah.
Just a minute. The logic turns parallel to, in sense, like.
Matlab, see, we'll say that the dipole moment is charge into the distance, so it's something into distance, magnetic dipole into distance. Okay. Then we'll define something called magnetic dipole moment, and then we will take a distance, some point random, and find the electric field at that point, right? So we are going to take a random point here and then trying to find the magnetic field at that point in mathematical terms. Okay. So when you have a dipole and you make these lines, electric field lines, this is just a representation, right? Like how is the qualitative description, right? But when you do all that derivation, E is equal to Kp by R cube, all that you do, that is a mathematical description, right?
Yeah.
So you know from that, you know actually how much is actually the electric field at some point. Same here, what we're going to do is we are going to mathematical description of the magnetic dipole. Okay, so that's why we are studying this. Okay, now let's you see this PDF and okay, okay. 1 second.
Can you just show that image again, the one which you had drawn, just like for like 1 second? Okay, cool, fine.
Okay, so first things first, there is something called a magnetic moment. Okay. So you write first what is a magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is just I of a loop and into the area of the loop. Okay. So write this.
Didn't we learn this last chapter?
Yeah, we have done in chapter 4. Magnetic moment, dipole moment is I into A. Okay. And it is a vector. You write this is a vector. Magnetic moment is a vector. Magnetic dipole moment M is a vector. It is equal to I into A. Better write this one. M bar is I into A bar. Bar is the vector notation. Okay. And if there are n loops, the answer is M is NIA. Okay. M is NIA. Okay. Okay. M is NIA. Okay. Now see, they have given. Okay. Did we find the magnetic field at the axis of a loop of radius A? Did we do this derivation? Everyone, please tell me.
So I don't think so.
Okay. So we'll do this derivation first. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So the derivation goes like this. Listen carefully. Okay. So suppose there is a loop. Okay. And this is your x-axis.
So wait, what are we deriving?
We are deriving. Oh, I'm telling you. See, this is x-axis. This is y-axis. This is z-axis. Okay. And you have a current carrying loop in a yz plane. Okay. You have a current carrying loop in a yz plane. Okay, Arav. Because of this current carrying loop, there is magnetic field present, right? It is on the yz plane, and the center of this loop is this 0, 0, 0, and its radius is a. Okay.
Okay.
I am interested in finding the magnetic field, the strength of magnetic field at a point on the x-axis at a distance x from the center of the loop. Okay.
Oh, okay. Fine.
We haven't done this. Yeah.
We haven't done this. I think we skipped. And see, this line x-axis is the axis of this loop, right? X-axis is the axis of this loop, right? So it is also called finding the magnetic field at the axis of a loop. Okay. Current carrying loop. So okay, now so you have to actually visualize your brain and say, see, we have studied Biot-Savart law, right? Biot-Savart law. So I think Varsha and Janet both haven't been there when I was doing Biot-Savart law, right? Varsha and Janet, hello.
Yes, sir.
And Janet, you also don't know what is Biot-Savart law, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. So listen, for you both, Biot-Savart law is what? It says, suppose if you have a current carrying wire, okay, which is carrying current I, and you want to find the magnetic field at a point P at a distance. So if you take a small piece of the wire, if you take a small section of this wire, which is dl of length, which is of length dl, okay, small length dl, so this small length dl is, this current is responsible for magnetic field in the region, yes or no? Everyone, yes, this is true. If there is a current carrying wire, then the magnetic field is circular in this fashion, right? So the Biot-Savart law says that for a current element dl at a distance r from the dl, if the point P is there, r distance, okay, then the magnetic field at this point dB is mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross r by r cube. Now this is a complicated expression, but just write it down. I think everyone write it down. I dl cross r by r cube. Okay. Now, so this is the magnitude of magnetic field at point B. Now let us see what is I, what is dl. I is the current in the wire. dl is the length vector of this wire. At this point, the dl vector is like this. At this point, the dl vector is like this. Okay. I should make it like this. Okay. So at this point, the dl vector is like this. At this point, the r vector is like this. R vector is going from the dl element to the point at which you're trying to find the magnetic field. Okay. So Janet, in which direction the DL cross R would be in this case? In which direction would the DL cross R go?
I'm sorry, sir. Like, can you repeat that?
I'm asking in which direction would the DL cross R vector will go? The DL cross R. So DL is like this and R is like this. So in which direction will DL cross R go if you do a cross product?
Sorry, sir. My connection's really bad. I really cannot hear you.
Okay. Amog?
It's been like this the whole day. Sorry.
Okay.
So
Yeah, in which direction would DL cross R go?
the DL cross R will come. Hold on. It'll come towards us.
No, we'll go into the plane, right?
Yeah, into the plane.
Oh shoot! Wrong hand.
R cross DL will come towards us. Okay. DL cross R will go into the plane. Okay. So it will go into the plane, and this is the magnetic field strength. अब देखो यहाँ पे, now you have to apply the Biot-Savart law here. If you see here, if you take a DL element, ideal element like this. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take a small length DL element, and you can see that this is going tangential, right?
Yeah.
DL vector. Arav, you tell me in which plane is this tangential vector going? In which plane it is?
YZ, right?
Very good. It is in the YZ plane. Okay. And you have to find the magnetic field at this point, right? So the R vector will go from this point to this point, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Now think of ideal cross R, in which direction it is. Ideal is like this and R vector is like this. Tell me in which direction will ideal cross R go? If you have a problem, you can shift both of these vector here. So this is R vector and ideal is, oh my God, ideal cross R. Ideal cross R. So you have to really think visually. So a cone, tangent to the cone to the ideal cross R. R, yes. Go. In which direction? Tell me.
Is it minus Q?
1 second.
So, like,
One second.
perpendicular to the
Yeah, I think it should be
be
minus.
perpendicular outside the cone, right?
1 second.
It'll go into the plane, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm showing you a diagram. Okay, it should make it more clear. I don't know if it confuses you more or not, but see. So see, this is kind of a 3D diagram, but it is making things more clear. Ideal vector is like this, right? It is on the tangent, right? At this point it will like this, at this point it is going like this, right?
It was in the opposite direction. Okay.
And the R vector is like this.
Yeah.
So, and see, R vector is like, you can say that it is like, if this is a ring and you're 3D, if you're standing as a man, you're standing here, then it is coming to you, right? Okay. Then ideal cross R should go like this, right?
Yeah, it goes into, yeah, again inside, yeah.
It should go like this. All of you understood?
Yeah.
Everyone? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Anyone
so
who's
perpendicular. Is
Yes,
it perpendicular to what?
Yeah, see, ideal cross R is perpendicular to DL, right?
Yeah.
It is also perpendicular to R bar, right? Basically, this vector is perpendicular to the plane in which DL and R are there, right? This plane, right? This vector is perpendicular to this plane, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, so all of you understood this? Now, geometrically, if you want to write geometrically, then you can say, see, this is the point. They have made DB like this, okay? And you have to understand the next final thing is that if this is the angle theta, then this is the angle theta. Can you make out y?
Wait, which is the first angle theta? Okay, that one. All right.
The angle theta of this r vector with the z axis. The r vector with the z axis, the angle hai, that angle is what dB is making with the y axis. In this case, y axis. See it and tell me why it is so.
If you draw a parallel line to from, it's like suppose like a PA parallel line to O.
PA.
Yeah.
What is A?
No, like it's not, I mean I can't draw it here. Can I draw? Or
A, O, P. Now say.
like I was saying, like a line from like here. If you like draw a line.
Yeah. If you to the z axis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you make it to a z axis, then you will understand why it is.
So that's theta. Then that's again 90 minus theta, and it's theta again.
Yeah. Okay. Correct. So everyone of you understood. If you still not understand from this diagram,
Right.
I think 1 second. Okay. I think this diagram should make it clear. Yeah. Try to see this diagram. So see, in this diagram, you can say ideal element is coming out of this plane, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Coming out, right? And this is r vector. So if you do something which is coming out of the plane, like straight away towards you, it will go like the ideal cross r will go like this, right? I mean, it will go like this, and you can shift it like. Understood or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So ideal cross aisa hai. Okay. Now you can see that this is perpendicular, and see this angle is theta. Suppose this angle is theta tha. So this is phi, and see this is 90, right? So this must be 90 minus phi or theta. Understood? Okay. This is theta. This is phi. This is 90. So this must be 90 minus phi or theta. Okay. All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Okay. Now I'll use this diagram only. Now see, due to a current element here, the vector is like this. Yes or no? Due to current element here, it will be like this, and vector will go inward, right? Due to current element here, the vector is like this. So you will again have a conical vectors, right? Because of all these DLs, the DB are, there will be a vector cone, right? Yes or no? Now, what is this angle of every vector? Cone ka? Theta, right?
Yeah.
Adarsh, are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So is it like the dipole thing where the vertical components get cancelled?
Yeah. So dB, everything. See, for every DL, a current element here, there is a current element there, which is cancelling this kind of component, right? Sorry, the vertical component, right? So if this is theta, okay, then which will add dB cos theta will add up, right? Yes, everyone. If this is theta, then dB cos theta will add up, and all dB sin thetas will cancel, right? Okay. So, okay. Where's my diagram? Okay. So I'll use this diagram only. Okay. I'll see. Now the radius is A, the distance is X, the current is I in this. So the dB for one current element is, can you help Arav?
Yes, sir.
Can you help? Yeah. Bolo, and I'll write.
dB is like equal to
mu naught by 4 pi.
yeah, nu naught by 4 pi I dl.
Once again,
cross.
I dl, right?
Yeah.
Dl means the small circumference of it, right?
Yeah.
Cross R. Cross R means, what is a cross R, right? What is the angle between DL and R?
Theta.
Angle between DL and R.
Wasn't it theta?
इधर देखो ना, इधर देखो. DL is like this, right? R is like this.
Yeah.
So what is the angle
90.
between DL and R? 90, right?
Oh wait, okay, yeah, correct. Yeah, the other one was okay. Yeah.
So IDL, so this will become IDL R, only R, right? There is no cross now. Okay. IDL R by R cube, right?
Yeah.
This is dB. And now this dB is all dB is only dB if this is, so I'm using this theta, okay? Then what will add up? dB cos theta will add up, right? This much, okay? Cool. Okay. So then I'll write this is R cube. So one I'll write R square. This is mu naught by 4 pi IDL by R square cos theta, right? Now, if you do it for a different point, what is going to change in this? Is theta going to change?
No.
No. Is R going to change?
No.
Is I going to change? Is this going to change? No.
DL will change.
DL. And what is the, see, so the net magnetic field is integral dB, right?
Yeah.
And this is mu naught by 4 pi I by R square cos theta. And what is integral DL?
2 pi R.
2 pi R.
2 pi A.
Sorry, A.
Yeah,
Please
yeah,
keep in mind
here it's
that,
A. Yeah.
it's R is this distance, right?
Yeah.
But A is the distance.
Radius.
So I'll write it here. It is mu naught by 4 pi I by R square cos theta 2 pi A, correct?
Yeah.
Now in this diagram, cos theta is what? It is A by R.
A by root over A square plus X square.
A by R, right? So mu naught by 4 pi I cos theta is A by R. So 2 pi A square by R cube, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't want to write in terms of R, you will write this as, suppose you want to write in terms of X, so mu naught by 4 pi I 2 pi A square by, what is R? R is actually under root of A square plus X square, right?
Yeah.
So A square plus X square raised to 3 by 2, yes or no?
3 by 2, yeah.
So you write this, okay, and this is very interesting because it comes in school exams, derivation, and the questions based on this comes in competitive exams as well.
It's a
Let me check first whether it is correct or not, okay?
okay.
Can I just like copy it?
Yeah, you can, but let me first check it is correct or not, because I'm thinking there should be an X in the numerator, which I have missed somewhere. Yeah, this is correct. This is correct. Yeah, this.
Theta is the angle between what?
Pardon?
Theta is the angle between what?
Theta is the angle between the R vector and the radius vector of the circle.
So 1 minute, could you just like remove whatever you've written? I don't want to copy the diagram.
Okay. Kateni, theta is the angle.
No, don't erase. Okay, fine. Diagram part you can erase.
Sir, wait.
This
No,
is
keep the diagram. I want to copy it. Yeah.
This is the theta.
Shouldn't it be between DL and R? But like they put.
1 second. No. Why DL and between DL and R, the angle is always 90.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not
So
talking
wait,
about
that
that
theta
angle.
comes from DL cross R.
No. That theta is not very good question, but that theta is not coming from DL and R. This theta is coming because we are only adding up cos theta components of this dB. See, at this point, all the dB vectors look like this. See, I'll tell you. One second. At this point, all the dB vectors look like this. This. They are forming a 3D cone sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And their only cos theta components add up, while their sin theta components cancel.
Yeah.
So that's why this cos theta is here.
Twice, right then?
Pardon?
Then shouldn't it be twice?
But I'm integrating for the whole DL, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, fine.
I'm integrating here for whole dl 2 pi a, right? So
Okay, fine.
okay,
So dB's cos theta is on the x-axis, right?
yeah, is on the x-axis. Yes.
Okay, so
Janet, did you understand how?
Wait, just a minute. I think I forgot. Why did the cos theta come into play?
Kaate nahi samjhayegi tumko. Janet, did you understand why
Cosplay.
how the derivation went on from the starting from the Biot-Savart law? How the derivation went? Did you understand?
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, kinda. I'll have to go and relook into stuff because I'm not very familiar with the chapter, but I'll do that
Okay.
and come back later with questions.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you come with a lot of questions. Varsha?
Yes, sir.
Varsha, you understood this derivation, flow of derivation?
Yes, sir.
This is a difficult derivation, so it's fine. थोड़ा सा if it's tricky, but ठीक है, समझ में तो आ गया ना अभी?
Mostly.
Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to
Sir, I had a doubt.
Almost done.
Sir, I had a doubt.
Hmm.
Sir, wait. So you say, if we say that the dB, wait just a minute. The dB according to the car diagram, if we have like theta instead of phi in this diagram.
Okay. What have so forget phi? Okay.
Yeah. If you forget phi, so if you have only the cos theta component, so shouldn't be 2 dB cos theta.
Why should be 2 dB cos theta? Because you're saying I take a point, because you're see that's what Katayani just asked. अगर यहाँ पे point है, if this point is here and यहाँ पे point है, then you're saying 2 theta, right? That's why you are saying so. But I'm integrating यहाँ पे dl कहाँ तक integrate किया मैंने? 2 pi है, पूरा circumference पे integrate किया ना? See, if you want to write 2 here, यहाँ पे 2 if you want to write, then I will have to not integrate in the whole circumference. Then I'll integrate for half of circumference. Because already you're taking care of these two diametrically opposite points, right? Every time.
Okay, when we're doing the integration to 2 pi r, is it?
Yeah. So I'm integrating from 2 pi a, right? From 0 to 2 pi a. So if I'm not doing from 0, if I'm doing 0 to pi a, then you can keep a 2 here.
Okay, fine. All right. I got it.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, sir, I'm still copying this.
So see this, what is this? This is a B. What is the strength of magnetic field as a function of X? You understood this, everyone?
Yeah.
Because all the other things are constant, right? So I can write this as Y is equal to some constant. These are all constants, right? Mu naught pi a square, right? Some K divided by A is also constant. So a square plus x square raised to 3 by 2. This is the variation, right? Okay. And you make this graph also in your notebook. The graph is like this. So see, okay. Can I clear the thing?
Yeah.
This thing? Everyone?
1 second. Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, make this thing. See, this is y is equal to some constant 1 by constant 1 plus x square raised to 1.5. And this graph looks like this. Okay. So there is a maxima.
What is K?
Oh, there was some constant. That is a constant, right? So just quickly make this, write this, and make this diagram quickly. What is the meaning of this graph? Is that the magnetic field at x equal to 0 is maximum, right? Center of the ring. And
Yeah.
as you go away from the center, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, that means you go far away, the magnetic field decreases, okay? Of course, it should decrease, right? So you have made that, or should I? Jaldi se likho. Go write it quickly. Okay, done? Okay. Now, one thing more. To find, it is also asked in the exam to find the magnetic field at the center. What will you do to find the magnetic field at the center?
X is equal to 0.
Write that. Magnetic field B at center.
Isn't it u naught I by 2?
Yeah, it should come as that expression, right? So mu naught by 4 pi. This is I 2 pi a square by a square plus x square is to 3 by 2, which is a cube, right? And if you solve this, pi will go, 2 will go, it will mu naught I by 2 a, right? Mu naught I by 2a. Yahi hota hai? This is the result.
Yeah.
Mu naught I by 2 r hota hai na? Mu naught I by 2 at the center of the ring. So mu naught I by 2a. Okay. So we were using that result, no? Mu naught I by 2a till now.
Yeah.
Okay. That is how it comes. Mu naught I by 2. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. There is one more thing. One second. See, what if, so I have written this, what if x is much greater than a? What if x is much greater than a? If x is much greater than a,
then
It will become 0.
right? A square neglect ho jayega na?
I'll become x cube.
So it will become x cube, right? So answer will be mu naught I by 2 a square by x cube, right?
So in this case, we're not considering x to be infinity, right?
No, not infinity. X is much just greater than a.
Okay.
Infinity to 0 ho jayega na? If x is tending to
Yeah,
infinity, b tends to 0, right? Okay. Done.
Sir,
done
how
with
much is like the difference should be like to neglect the value, like roughly?
That is a philosophical question, not a mathematical question.
Give me like no, just I mean
That
put some
depends your
values.
point of
Some values.
No, that is your point of reference, your perception. What do you think? Do you think 0.1 is small, or do you think 0.0001 is small? What is small?
Of course, 0.001.
No, not smaller. Not this A compared to B. Just SA. What is small? That is a philosophical question, right?
Okay, but in exam they won't give these kind of things, right? Then
No.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So now you understand this statement. B of x is mu naught I 2a square 2x cube.
Yeah.
Right? So write this. B from a loop is this much, mu naught I square by 2x cube. And see what he's doing. He's putting a pi up, pi down, and then he's writing it like this. Mu naught by 2 pi, I pi a square, I into pi a square by x cube. Okay, just rearranging terms. What is I into pi a square? I into pi a square was the magnetic moment, right? I into a. Pi a square, sorry. I into area. So he's writing B of x as mu naught pi 2 pi n by x cube. Understood? Now, if you see this, you should get a deja vu. Are you getting a deja vu? If you see this result, you should get a deja vu. B as an x is mu naught by 2 pi moment by x cube. ये
That
कहाँ
was
देखा
the
है?
dipole moment.
Electric field, right?
Yeah.
It was kp by x cube, right?
Cube.
And then there was some 2 kp by x cube also, right?
Yeah.
That means if you can write a magnetic field from a circular loop in terms of mu naught by 2 pi mx cube, that means this is also, you can treat it like a magnetic dipole, right? This can be treated as a magnetic dipole. Understood?
You're saying the whole loop.
The whole, yeah, this one whole loop acts like a magnet, right?
Yeah.
The magnetism. Okay, everyone understood? So see, so therefore loop can be treated as a magnetic dipole Okay, so this is what you have to write. B at a distance of x is mu naught by 4 pi 2m by x cube. Now why it is mu naught by 4 pi? Because the constant in magnetism is mu naught by 4 pi. Electric field was kp by x cube. K means the constant was there, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This was the constant in electric field. So what should be the constant? You should write only the constant. This is not a constant. Constant in magnetic field is mu naught by 4 pi, right?
Yeah.
So he's writing it separately, mu naught by 4 pi and then 2m by x cube, okay? So that these two terms are exactly you can compare, directly compare, okay?
Just remind me, is kp x cube along the equatorial or the
I
axial?
forgot that. I don't remember.
Okay.
But if you ask me still, 2 kp by x cube minus
I think it's equatorial.
2 kp by x cube जो होता है ये होता है एक्सिस पे,
Yeah, exactly.
और माइनस kp by x cube होता है ये होता है इक्वेटर पे, और ये
Yeah,
ऑपोजिट
so
माइनस होता है तो ऑपोजिट होता है ना.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Now direction तो पता है, it's very easy, right? You know this already. Clockwise to south, anti-clockwise to north. Okay.
That's that finger curling thing. Yeah. whatever.
Now, application of this is finding magnetic moment of a electron, like actual atoms. So you know, in an atom there is a nucleus. Okay, an electron is revolving like this. So because there is now a charge revolving, it is like a current. So it is like a current carrying loop. So it will create a magnetic field. Now all the magnetic properties you have heard of a matter, like you have fridge magnets is magnetic. So what is the origin of magnetism? This is the origin of magnetism. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this charge, electron charge is E. It is rotating with the angular velocity omega. Okay, I have a small announcement to make. The DPS people have exams and the coordination compound is coming, right?
Yeah, sir.
So I'll be taking
Utsa and Anushka are not here. So they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
come
I'll-
also for camping.
Okay. So I'll be telling this in the group also. So for we already decided that one math class will be not taking, right? Monday ones. So Monday math class and some other time also. So Mondays. That means the 5th of July and the 12th of July. Okay. 5th of July and the 12th of July.
5th is a Saturday. 5th is a
Oh, I'm
Sunday.
sorry. 6th of July and the 13th of July. Okay. 6th and 13th of July, I'll be taking coordination compounds, the chapter coordination compounds. Okay. And apart from that, one day extra kabhi I will try to manage somehow. So 3 lectures mein coordination compounds
This is
will
only
be.
DPS, right?
Pardon?
This is only DPS, right?
No, this is for everyone, but
Sir, but sir, I have class on Monday, sir, from 6 to 8. Friday, sir, I'm free.
bye.
Sir, my exams are what should I say now? It's not my fault.
Nothing is your fault.
Yeah, I'll see if I can shift the timings. I'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so see, and the Friday maths we will have usually Fridays, both of Fridays. Okay, and this is only for these two days, 6 and 13. That's it. Otherwise, the math is normal. Okay.
Wait, you'll finish it in these 2 days? Coordination compound.
एक दिन और मैं कभी बता दूंगा कब लेना है.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So see, this electron is revolving like this. Okay. then what is the speed? The speed of the electron is v. Okay, then what is the see, the speed is this. If it takes t time to complete one rotation, v is 2 pi r by t. You understood this?
2 pi r by t, yeah.
Where t is called time period, right? Okay, then
Yeah.
okay, if this is a time period, then I is what? Current by time, right? What is the current is charge per unit time, right? And what is time? Time kitna tha? Time was 2 pi r by v, right? So 2 pi r by v. This is current, ev by 2 pi r. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So I is ev by 2 pi r. This is current.
Yeah.
E is the electron charge, v is the velocity of electron, then 2 pi r is the radius of rotation. Okay. You have read some chemistry. Tell me what is r in chemical terms. In chemistry terms, what is r?
Atomic radii.
No, not atomic radii or radius of the nth orbit. It should be a radius of nth orbit, right?
I mean, here it's only one shell for us, so that counts as atomic radii.
Okay, yeah. If it is one shell, you can call it as atomic radius. If there are multiple shell and you're talking of some random electron in some random shell, then that is a radius of an nth shell, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is m? Magnetic moment is I into a.
Yeah.
I formula is ev by 2 pi r into area is pi r square, right? So the formula for magnetic moment, orbital magnetic moment, write this. The orbital magnetic moment is ev by 2 pi r.
That's mean the derivation is for like what for a magnetic dipole for a revolving electron or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you repeat this once again?
What?
Sir,
yeah.
This whole thing.
See, velocity is 2 pi r by time taken, right?
Yeah.
If the velocity of the electron is v and 2 pi r by the time period of the electron it takes to one rotation. So the current is E by T, the charge per unit time.
Yeah.
So time period is again 2 pi r by v. So I is ev by 2 pi r. Now what is magnetic moment? It is I into A, the current into the area of the loop, pi r square. So you get pi r r there. You get half EVR, okay? Now there is something called orbital angular momentum, which is L is equal to mvr. That is for a rotating body if it is going in m with having a mass m going with velocity v in a radius r. Mvr is okay. Do you remember what is mvr in an atom, in an electron, from class 11th?
NH by 2 pi.
Yeah, it is NH by 2 pi. Very good. Don't forget all this, okay? Okay. Yahan pe, this L is mvr, okay? And what is magnetic?
What is L?
What?
Angular momentum.
Angular momentum.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay. And here the magnetic moment is m is equal to EVR by 2, right? EVR by 2. So see, VR is what? L by m, right? VR is L by m. So you can write it here.
EL by 2 and then correct.
Yeah. So VR is L by 2m. Understood? So magnetic moment is EL by 2 mass of electron. Okay. So this is a derivation which will come in your exam. Okay? Magnetic moment of electron is E into angular momentum by m, 2m. You can also write this as you can write this mo is E by 2me into L, shows that magnetic moment of electron is proportional to its orbital angular momentum. Okay. Now, why is this negative? So you have written this magnetic moment of electron is proportional to its orbital angular momentum. Everyone. Exam में directly question आएगा. What is the explain? Show that the magnetic moment of electron is proportional to its orbital angular momentum. You have to write this whole derivation from the starting. Okay. Then write this statement also. But since the charge of electron is negative, the vectors m0 and n0 point in opposite directions perpendicular to the orbit. See, the current is going in. If you see from top, current is going in clockwise or anti-clockwise.
It's going clockwise.
If you see from top,
Anti-clockwise.
This is from top, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Anti-clockwise. So the magnetic moment, therefore, is if you curl your hand, ऐसे करो, curl करो अपना hand in the direction of
upwards.
So magnetic moment comes upwards. Okay. But electron actually as a mass is going in clockwise, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So the angular momentum, the classical angular momentum, जो mechanics वाला होता है, वो नीचे है. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So therefore, they are opposite. Okay. So m0 is minus. Yeah.
I didn't understand the last part what he said. Like how's it like below?
What is it below? It मतलब क्या?
Sir, how did you get
See,
the orbital angular momentum is like
orbital angular momentum के लिए you have to just curl your hands in the direction of current. Okay, the direction of your thumb will be curling rule.
Yes, sir. So I got that. So you'll get it upwards. Then how did you get it downwards for L?
See, if you can see, if something is rotating.
So like you curl your fingers like according.
See. If a mass is, can you see me?
Yes, sir.
If a mass is rotating like this, okay, mass is rotating like this, I will have to curl my fingers like this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and therefore the my thumb will go into the plane, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you're finding angular momentum, 11th class में जाओ, first chapter, third chapter में angular momentum जब निकालते हो, what you do is mass ऐसे rotate कर रहा है, angular momentum ऐसा हो गया, okay?
Yes, sir.
In this case, if you see from the top, mass is rotating in clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise. Oh, okay.
If you see from the top, mass is rotating clockwise, right?
Clockwise, yeah. And if you do it that way,
so when I said clockwise, why do you have to say anti?
तुम चुप रहो. तुम्हारे कुछ हो गया.
Current that time.
हाँ. See, electron is going like this, but the current due to that is going like that, right?
Yes.
So therefore,
Yeah.
एक current का the magnetic moment comes out to be outside,
Okay.
right? But the electron was going opposite, so the angular momentum, which is because of the mass, right? It is going inside. Okay, angular momentum is going inside. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
So therefore, there is a sign of minus before them. So you have to write this minus sign. Okay. Okay, cool, everyone.
So.
Magnetism in matter. Oh, nice.
So
yeah,
I was very dumbed out. But in both of our formulas, the charge of the electron comes there.
No. In which form? Both. कौन से which two? Which two?
Oh, never mind.
No, इसमें angular momentum में नहीं.
Yeah, and it नहीं आता.
Mass MVR. There is no charge. Okay. So see what happens is when you suppose there is an iron block. Okay, and what you do is you pass current through it. Okay. So there are small atoms. उसमें angular momentum है, right? Or magnetic moment है. What happens? See, in every atom, every kind of material, nucleus with electrons are there, right? Revolving electrons.
Yeah.
So for this one nucleus, the magnetic moment is like this. It is showing upwards, right? For this one. So suppose there is one more atom here. Okay, one more atom. Nucleus and this here. So them exactly same. Then the magnetic moment will be like this, right? But for general atoms, for a general material, all such nucleuses and this orientation will not be the same. They will be random, right? The magnetic moment will be random, right?
Hmm.
So in this chapter, that this is what is explained. Ki what is the origin of magnetism? See, if so, this is I'm telling you. If these are in every atom, there element, this is random, right? All these magnetic moments are random, and they don't add up. They cancel. Okay, they don't add up. They cancel. But suppose if you pass a current like this, if you pass a current like this, if this is an iron core, this is iron core. Okay, iron core, then they will add up, they will like align themselves. Okay, understood? In this,
So what? Adding it this iron core thing.
if those magnetic moments which are random can align themselves, okay, they can together form a pretty much strong magnetic field, so that you can say that the material is now magnetic in nature.
But how do they
Align themselves. That's what I'm going to ask here.
So in those materials in which they can align very nicely with the external magnetic field, they are called ferromagnetic material. Okay. In those materials in which they align very small, it is called paramagnetic material. Okay. In those materials in which they repel very small are called diamagnetic. I mean, they align in the opposite direction. Okay. Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So can you explain the arranging part again? So
Okay.
like what is getting arranged?
Do you remember something we did in dielectric, and we said external electric field mein dielectric rearranges itself?
Yes, it rearranges. Yeah.
And then we said that better is this rearrangement, more is the dielectric value of this, right?
Yes.
What was that? Can you explain thoda sa mujhe?
So like if you take a sphere and then you induce like positive charge on one side and negative charge on the other side, then it's going to like attract.
These dipoles were initially random in nature, but now they can align themselves, right?
So
the better alignment means more value of K, right?
Yes, sir.
Why do these dipoles align? Because there is an external electric field, right?
Yes, sir.
Same way here, there is see, this yellow thing is a magnet, is some material. Okay, this can be iron, this can be wood, this can be anything. But what you have done, you have wound it with some wires. Okay, current carrying wires. Okay, what do these current carrying wires do? They create a magnetic field, right?
Yes, sir.
This is black thing is the external magnetic field. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And whatever this material was, iron, wood, whatever, it had atoms, and therefore it had random magnetic moments, right?
Yes.
Had random magnetic moments, right? Which were randomly aligned. Jo upar dikha tha.
Yes, sir.
Now in iron, what will happen? Those random will align in one direction. Okay.
Okay, I get it now. Yes,
in a wood, they will not align. Okay, they will not align at all, and that is called non-magnetic. So there are 4 kind of things. So wood is a non-magnetic. Okay. Iron is a ferromagnetic. Okay. I think para, I have forgotten the examples, para and dia. I think water is a dia, and oxygen and all these are paramagnetic. You have done this in class 11th, right? Prove that
oxygen is para. Oxygen is para.
Oxygen is para. Okay.
Wait, when did we do this in 11th?
अरे 11th में वो atomic structure था ना?
Chemical bonding.
Pairing,
I
unpaired,
don't remember anything.
Paired, unpaired नहीं था? And bonding.
Something would have been there. Yeah. Okay.
You have to put the electrons.
The molecular orbitals.
MOT. ठीक है. Okay, cool everyone. So you understood what is the basic nature of ferro, para, dia and non coming from? Okay. ठीक है. Now we'll see equivalence between a bar magnet and a solenoid. Okay. So you have seen that, you have known from class 10th also that both of these, the magnetic field lines are like this, no?
So
right?
Yeah.
Isme bhi aise hi hai, right? So we are trying to mathematically relate them both. Okay.
So I just had a question. In the solenoid, instead of a cylinder, if you wrap the wire around this cuboid, will it affect anything, or will it remain the same?
Once again, is the cuboid of magnet or not?
No, like that shape, cuboid shape.
No, it doesn't affect. I mean, I mean, no, it doesn't. The shape does not matter.
All right, fine.
Yeah, you can
And
have it
what will
irregular
happen if
shape.
you make it magnetic and then put one current wire on?
Oh, then you have double magnetism.
Yeah, it will
If
be
you have
stronger.
done in the same direction. If you've done in the adding direction, you'll have addition of
Yeah.
magnetism. If you've done in the opposite direction, then it may cancel out. Okay, that's what to answer your question, we'll find out what is the actual strength of the magnetism. Okay.
Oh, then wait, one last question out of curiosity.
Yeah.
If it can cancel out the magnetic field, does a magnet remain a magnet like after you remove it?
Yeah, that's why this bar magnet is a permanent magnet. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So it remains it retains its magnetic properties.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay.
Just a minute, how will it cancel? Wait, it's already a
Cancel
magnet.
अरे देख इसका magnetic field ऐसा है ना.
And
It'll
the
be
wires
opposite
are
direction.
ultra over.
इसका ऐसा है ना. Like this. और तुम अगर if what you do is you connect wires in the opposite direction इस पे loop कर दिए. So wire will make a magnetic field like this solenoid, right?
But the current's direction is opposite to that one showed in B, right?
Yeah. It should be opposite to that of B. Yes, then only it may cancel. Okay.
Okay, fine. All right. Yeah.
Okay. So okay. इसमें derivation दिया है कि हाँ. See, write this. That if the pole strength of a bar magnet is Pb. Okay, the pole strength. So you have to see a bar magnet. This is north and this is south. This is pole 1 and pole 2, and we will write this pole strength as Pb. Okay, and the distance between two poles is 2L. This distance is 2L. Then the dipole moment is MP is 2L into Pb. So dipole moment याद है? Dipole moment is 2A into Q. Electrical dipole moment, right? So यहाँ पे magnetic dipole moment is 2L into the dipole strength. Okay, it is like charge, analogous to charge. Okay.
What is the subtopic we're doing? Like, what is the?
This is magnetic field due to a bar magnet.
Okay.
Bar magnet, mathematical description. What did we do before this? 1 second. Let me do some questions.
We did the magnetic moment.
Right? 1 second. I think that's enough for today. We'll do some questions. Yes. Once again, I'm not getting a question for what I've done today. You can find electric magnetic. 1 second, okay? I'm pausing my screen. Hello, everyone. Yeah, do this question. Question number 1.
I think I already did this as a part of the homework, right?
Yeah, I feel like we've done this question before.
Yeah. I think it was 10 by 4. That's what I got.
Yeah, I got 5 by 2, which is
Yeah, that's 10 by
4.
4. Yeah.
So yeah, you explain, Mohan, then.
It's the two concentric circles, and they want the magnitude of their magnetic field, but it's the center. So first, you
So
have
you
to
can
use the
annotate
formula.
on the screen.
No, it'll be terrible. So
Okay.
yeah, so you can use the formula U naught I by 2D or 2A, whatever. That D is the radius of the respective circles, and the direction of the currents are opposite. So whichever has a greater magnitude, just subtract from that. So that'll be the answer.
Right. Okay. Okay. 0.4 by 0.4 by 40
centimeters.
0.4, right? And 0.6 by 0.8, because it 0.4 centimeter, right? 0.8 centimeter. And this multiplied by 20, because there are 20 turns. So yeah, mu naught by 2, 1 minus, this is 3 by 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to 20. So mu naught by 2 and 20, 10, and mu naught by 2 by 1 by 4 into 10. Yeah, 10 by 4.
Yeah. So just asking, wasn't this entire thing homework?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have done that magnetic field to a loop today, right?
Yeah, so I had some doubts. Yeah.
So you have a doubt here?
I had a doubt in the, can you go up?
1 second. So yeah, this one, 8th one. You do 8th one, everyone. This is what we have done today.
Sir, can I ask?
Yeah, but you ask your question. What is the question?
It was that MCQ. Can you go up? Or you can't? Okay.
No, Abhi, right now I can't.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Kateni.
Didn't we do this also?
I don't know, you might have done. Just tell me right now how to do it.
Okay. I just used the formulas.
Two
And
rings
then
X
from
and Y are
vector,
pointing. The axes are along the X and the Y axis will in the center of the origin. Okay. X and so due to the X axis, the magnetic field is like this ring is like this. And due to the ring which is axis as Y, the magnetic field is like this. Okay.
Yeah. So you just find it using normal formula mu naught I by 2r.
Mu naught I by 2r, yes. So due to the x-axis, and then take a vector addition of them, right?
Yeah.
Vector addition is like this. It is under root of this square plus this square, right? So it is b1 square plus b2 square. So due to this first ring x-axis, b1 is mu naught, I is x-axis major ring, that is 0.6 ampere by 2, and radius is pi 3.14, right? Wow, 3.14 centimeter. Mu naught into 0.6 divided by 2, 3.14 into 100. So this is the magnetic field due to first. And due is mu naught into 0.8 into 100 divided by 2, 3.14. And mu naught value is 4.
Wait, so why are you doing into 100?
Because 3.14 is in centimeter.
Oh, okay.
And mu naught is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Mu naught is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. So pi will go 4, 2 and 2 will go 2 into 0.6 into 100. 1.2 into 100. 1.2 into 100 is 120, right? Yeah, into 10 power minus 7. So this is just, oh my god, 1.2 into 10 power minus
10
5,
power
right?
minus 5. Yeah. And
And
the
I
other
think
is 1.6 into 10 power minus 5.
1.6 into 10 power minus 5. So it is basically 12 into 10 power minus 6, right? Yes or no? Is it 12 or 6 or 12? Yeah, 12 into 10 power minus 6. And this is 16 to 10 power minus 6, right? 16 to 10 power minus 6. So that therefore 12 and 16, what is the Pythagoras addition? 12 and 16. 12
Wait, so
square is
where do you get
140.
16 from?
I don't know. She said it's
256
16.
plus 140. Yeah, 144. That's
You'll get
400.
4 root of 4 into 10 power minus 10.
Yeah, that's 2 into 10 to power minus 5.
60.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, 400 into 10 power minus, yeah,
Wait, so like,
20 into 10 power minus 6. Was
could you
very good.
explain after you get the magnetic field due to both? So one of them, I got the both
Is
of
in
them.
the I cap, right? One
I
of
cap.
them in the J cap.
Yeah.
So the net magnetic field, the magnitude of net B net is equal to B1 square
Root.
plus B2 square root, right?
Oh, okay.
That's why we are doing root and all. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Now we'll have the class is over, and we'll be having.
Sir, that doubt, just the MCQ doubt.
Oh
Sir,
yeah,
just
yeah.
that.
Sorry. 1 second. Was this? Yes. MCQ doubt. Which question?
Go up. I'll point out the thing to you. Yeah, this one. This the circle one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The as shown in the figure, a circular conducting wire carries current I. Okay. इसमें I current है. Okay. It lies in the XY plane with center at O. Okay. The tendency of this circular loop is to what? Just this I, no? There is no tendency, no. There is no magnetic field, right?
There's a current, right? So there should be a magnetic
Yeah,
field.
there should be a magnetic
वो
field.
तो किसका खुद का magnetic field है ना?
Yeah.
खुद का magnetic field खुद को तो ना affect करता है.
No, yeah, that's apparently the answer is what? Expand, I think. It's either expand or contract. It's one of them. Yeah.
Okay, see, you can think of it like this. If there are two parallel wires, they are carrying current in the same direction, they will attract or they will repel.
They'll attract.
They'll attract. And what if they are opposite?
They repel.
So it'll expand.
ये देखो ये opposite है ना?
Yeah, it'll expand.
Okay. Fine,
like
fine,
this.
Fine. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
But I still don't buy it though.
Wait, why not?
I mean, I just don't buy it. I mean, why not? There is no point. Okay, it is correct, although. Okay, yeah, this is correct. Expand is correct. I had a doubt, so leave it. Let it be. Okay. Yeah. So now you can ask your questions.
Sir, I have a question in determinants.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, sir. So we can leave.
Yeah. Only if you don't have doubts.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Bye.
So I have a doubt in determinants, sir.
Okay.
So the question is in sine alphas, then below it sine beta, and then sine gamma, then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, then sine alpha plus delta, and then sine beta plus delta, and then sine gamma plus delta.
Hmm.
Sir, I saw the solution, but I still didn't get it.
So
So what they first did is sine A plus B. They simplified
okay.
it.
Yeah, sin alpha cos delta plus cos alpha sin delta, right?
Yes, sir.
So you can separate the determinant then.
What?
You can separate the determinant right after.
Yeah. So you'll have one determinant in which this, and this are there, and you have another determinant in which this, and
Can't
this
you
are there.
subtract something from it to like
Yeah,
make it?
that's what I'm thinking.
Sir, in this, what you wrote is C3 and then arrow mark. C3 minus cos delta.
One second. Let me think.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. C3 minus
क्या बोल रहा है
cos
ये?
delta times the first column
Column
and
3 minus
sin delta times the second column.
cos delta times. Wow.
That actually makes it
Yeah,
zero.
man. Sin
Sir,
delta.
is there any other way? Because I'm pretty sure I won't get this.
No, but now you know, right?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I
sir,
mean,
is
rest
there any
this method will tell you the answer.
so like separating into two? Or?
Yeah, separating into two, but this is long method. So let us take one of them, okay? Sin alpha, cos alpha, sin alpha, cos delta, okay? And what you can do is you can take sin beta, cos delta. हाँ देखो ना, if you this is cos alpha, cos delta, sin alpha, cos delta. हाँ ये देखो, if you multiply this whole, so इसमें सब में sin beta cos delta है ना second term में.
Yes, sir.
Cos delta. So see, if you multiply 1 by cos beta here and then यहाँ पे देखो cos beta, इसका आंसर 0 है क्या वैसे?
Yes, sir.
हाँ तो देखो ना, ये तो बहुत easy हो गया. If you multiply 1 by cos beta and then you multiply in the C1 cos beta, so then you'll get sin beta cos beta, sin gamma cos beta, cos delta, sorry, cos delta. Everything is delta. तो ये दोनों identical हो गए ना? This C1 and C3
okay.
becomes identical, right?
So
Same way you can make that other determinant also 0. Okay.
yes, sir. Okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
That
Yeah.
circular loop thing you explained, can you just tell it again?
Which circular loop thing?
The question you were asking.
Circular loop thing. Why explain? Can
No,
you
this.
explain it again? The circular loop thing. This thing, no? Or no? Okay.
Are the expanding thing?
The expanding thing. Okay. So if this is a current carrying, sorry. If this is a current carrying loop, इसमें ऐसा है ना current, right?
Yeah.
If you take these two parts of the wire, right? Then these two are opposite currents, right?
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, got it. Never mind. Dumb question. So they repel, so expand.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Anyone else?